super proud of him, but it don't surprise me. He don't stop working and just growing the empire that he started and just adding on to the legacy and adding on to the history. Oh, this is huge for St. Louis. St. Louis is always known for supporting the sports teams. We got great support with the Cardinals and with the Blues and everything that we do with sports. St. Louis get behind it. So I just think this is another way to get into another great sport with a whole lot of tradition.
Right as Thanksgiving weekend energy settled across St. Louis, a surprising headline began circulating across social media. Chanelle Haynes spotted at St. Louis Nellies training track with baby Ace. What looked like a simple family outing quickly grew into a moment fans described as heartwarming, powerful, and even symbolic for the Haynes family legacy. According to those who were present, the atmosphere shifted the moment Chanelle stepped out holding her young son, baby Ace, guiding him toward the newly renovated arena, where her father, Nelly, was reportedly preparing for the launch of his highly anticipated Horse Championship League season. People on the ground said Chanelle arrived quietly, bundled up for the cool Missouri air, but the attention surrounding her didn't stay quiet for long. Several fans who recognized her began recording clips, capturing what many described as a rare mother-son moment. Baby Ace, barely tall enough to peek over the railing, was pointed toward one of the horses warming up for practice. Even with the noise of trainers shouting commands and hooves pounding the dirt, Chanelle's voice could be heard encouraging him softly. One fan claimed she said, "Look, baby, this your grandpa's world." What made the moment even more striking was that Nelly's horse racing team, now officially the St. Louis Nellies, has become one of the standout franchises in the rapidly growing National Thoroughbred League, a rising sports business venture that Nelly has been deeply involved in. His decision to relocate the Seattle franchise to St. Louis didn't just make headlines, it reshaped the cultural landscape of local sports. And according to insiders, Nelly has allegedly been telling friends that this year's league launch is going to be his most ambitious project yet. Chanelle added fuel to the excitement hours later when she posted an Insta story featuring baby Ace in a tiny winter jacket, staring directly at one of the horses. The caption read, "Raising a King." Fans were quick to respond, calling the moment royal, cinematic, and a whole Haynes family era in the making. Some supporters even joked that baby Ace might grow up to run the entire St. Louis Nellies franchise one day. But behind the jokes was a deeper feeling. People sensed that Chanelle was embracing her role in this new chapter of family legacy. Meanwhile, Nelly himself had been dropping hints across multiple interviews over the past month. He's been openly celebrating the fact that his family, sons, daughters, and even little grandbabies, have been showing up to practices, meetings, and early private scrimmages. A reporter from a local station said Nelly described the horse racing league as a family empire in motion. And according to rumored behind-the-scenes talk, he allegedly wants the VIP section at the championship league events to be filled with nothing but family. Ashanti, baby Kareem, Chanelle, Ace, his nieces, nephews, cousins, everyone. When footage emerged of Chanelle walking baby Ace along the edge of the track, people began analyzing every detail. Some fans pointed out how naturally she interacted with the team staff as if she had been part of operations for years. Others noticed how baby Ace kept trying to reach toward the horses, his tiny hands stretching as far as it could go. The sentimental weight of seeing the next generation introduced to this world wasn't lost on anyone. Comments flooded social media. "This is legacy in real time. He's gonna grow up knowing his family runs things." And "This is the future St. Louis Nellies president right here." But just when fans thought the moment couldn't get more interesting, whispers began surfacing that Nelly's upcoming Horse Championship League may include a brand new division, one allegedly designed to expand the franchise into live entertainment, merch collabs, and citywide community events. Sources close to the organization said the entire family would be featured at the opening day ceremony, with Chanelle and baby Ace expected to make a special appearance. The talk alone had supporters buzzing across X and TikTok. Hours after her IG story went viral, Chanelle was reportedly seen meeting briefly with her father at the track's private viewing deck. No audio was captured from the short clip a fan uploaded, but many online commenters claimed Nelly looked emotional, leaning down to kiss baby Ace as he held onto Chanelle's shoulder. Whether it was a moment of pride, nostalgia, or simple joy wasn't clear, but the video spread fast. With the league's launch date allegedly approaching sooner than fans anticipated, the sense of anticipation grew. People were already speculating about Ashanti and little baby Kareem being front and center in the VIP section as well. Some believe the family is preparing for a full Haynes takeover: music, business, sports, and now equestrian competition. And if Chanelle's presence at the track was a sign of what's to come, it felt like a confirmation that this legacy is no longer just Nelly's dream, it's becoming a generational movement. Still, one moment from that day stands out above everything else. A spectator recorded Chanelle lifting baby Ace higher so he could get a closer look at a chestnut stallion approaching the railing. The child pointed at the horse, and Chanelle whispered something that no one could hear. The video cut off before anything more could be captured. And that tiny unknown detail, the one sentence we never heard, has fans wondering what she said and what it might reveal about the family's plans. And that unanswered whisper is exactly where everything takes an unexpected turn. As the day rolled into evening and the viral clips continued circulating, more behind-the-scenes conversations started to emerge about what really happened during Chanelle's visit. People who claimed to be familiar with Nelly's operations said there was a reason the family was appearing more frequently around the track. According to these whispered accounts, Nelly had allegedly been planning a private family meeting to reveal a series of major upgrades to the St. Louis Nellies franchise, upgrades that may shift the entire direction of the National Thoroughbred League itself. Some fans believe Chanelle showing up with baby Ace wasn't random at all, but a deliberate moment tied to something bigger. Around 9 p.m., a new video surfaced from someone who had been positioned near the entrance of Nelly's private office suite. In the clip, Chanelle is seen pushing open the door while holding Ace's hand, and Nelly stands inside with what looks like a stack of documents spread across the table. Although the footage was too distant to pick up sound, viewers noted the way Nelly gestured toward the papers, almost as if presenting something. This sparked an online wave of theories. Some insisted it was league paperwork. Others thought it was a marketing rollout plan, while a few joked that baby Ace was being offered his first contract at age 2. Shortly afterward, a fan account reposted a slowed-down frame zooming in on one particular moment: Chanelle placing baby Ace into Nelly's arms. For a split second, Nelly looked out over the arena, as if envisioning the future. That single frame triggered pages of commentary across Instagram. "This is what generational wealth looks like," one user wrote. Others believe the moment symbolized Nelly handing down something important, some form of legacy blueprint he had been crafting for years. But the real escalation happened when someone who claimed to work with the team made a cryptic comment under a viral video. "Y'all don't even know what's coming. The family's locked in for real." That single message sent fans into a frenzy. Rumors ramped up instantly. Whispers about a docuseries, a new business announcement, or even a partnership spanning sports, fashion, and entertainment. Nothing was confirmed, but supporters couldn't help piecing together the puzzle. Chanelle stepping out publicly, baby Ace in the spotlight, and Nelly reportedly preparing for the Grand League launch. Meanwhile, Ashanti's name entered the conversation. People began asking if she would also be at the track for future events, especially since many fans believe she and baby Kareem have become the bright center of the family's new chapter. Several supporters commented that it wouldn't feel complete without Ashanti holding baby Kareem in the VIP suite right alongside Chanelle and Ace. And although she hasn't said anything publicly, a few fan pages speculated she might make an appearance at the opening match as a show of unity. Late that night, a new IG story from Chanelle dropped unexpectedly, this time without Ace. It was just a dimly lit picture of the empty track, taken hours after closing, with a caption saying, "Legacy is built after hours." The cryptic timing sent shockwaves through her followers. Some felt she was hinting at her own bigger role in the league. Others thought she was speaking on behalf of the entire Haynes family, signaling that something monumental was coming. At the same time, sports bloggers started weighing in. One wrote that Nelly's involvement in the NTL wasn't just a business investment. It was a strategic community imprint. something designed to leave a deeper, long-term cultural mark on St. Louis. With Chanelle stepping back into the spotlight in such a significant setting, it only amplified the narrative that the family wasn't just supporting Nelly, they were stepping into the structure with him. But the real twist came when a local outlet posted a blurry photo allegedly showing Nelly, Chanelle, Ace, and a team of league executives walking out of a closed-door meeting after midnight. Even though the picture lacked clarity, fans didn't hesitate to amplify it. Many speculated the meeting might have been about the official reveal of the league's VIP plans, which Nelly previously hinted would be centered around his entire family. Others wondered if it had something to do with the long-rumored major sponsorship deal connected to the St. Louis Nellies. As the speculations reached their peak, the final major clip of the night dropped. Nelly walking baby Ace back toward Chanelle's car as the child sleepily rested his head on his grandfather's shoulder. It was a quiet moment, soft and unscripted, but one that spoke volumes. Fans described it as full circle, the beginning of something bigger, and the image of a dynasty forming in real time. For many, it felt like a confirmation that the bond between generations was about to reshape the entire energy of the franchise. But just as Nelly handed Ace back to Chanelle and leaned in to say something privately, the camera panned away. The fan recording the video later admitted they didn't catch the last part of the conversation, only that Chanelle looked surprised for a moment, nodded, then smiled. And now the internet has only one question. What